Hi, Glenna Cleek here with Encore Ministries of First United Methodist Church in Benton. I know that the governor is opening up some businesses and activities that have been closed for a while, and that's going to give us the opportunity to enjoy some things outside of our homes that we haven't been able to do lately. But I do know that a lot of you will be choosing to just stay home and wait until you really know that it's safe to get out. You've worked all your puzzles. You've read as many books as you have right now. You've binge watched a lot of TV shows, Doc Martin at our house, and you've cleaned out all your closets. Well, it is nice that we have had some free time at home when we're usually so busy all the time. But I wonder just how we have used that time. I thought about something today, that this free time at home has afforded us an opportunity to have more time for prayer. Often I think we just rush through our prayer time because of our busyness. And sometimes we treat it as a checklist to, okay, I've done that, and check it off. But we have had time on our hands that we don't usually have. I have a story of a lady who worked hard, and she got home very late at night, and she would always just fall in bed. She was so tired, and she would try to say her prayers, and she told someone, she said, I come home so tired that it's just a race between me and God as to whether or not I finish those prayers before I fall asleep. But then her son got called to war, and she told someone, she said, I got out of that bed and onto my knees, and I shouted my prayers to the Lord. I could not afford to fall asleep on my prayers. Well, y'all, right now, we can't afford to pass over our prayers or fall asleep on them or get too busy for them, because there is so much in our world, in our nation, in our state, in our community, so much that needs prayer. We have loved ones and friends who are going through really tough times right now, emotionally or financially or even physically. They need our prayers. And of course we need to pray for the doctors and the nurses and the healthcare workers who are working so hard to try to end this whole thing. And we need to pray for their strength and their wisdom and their guidance. And we need to pray for people like policemen. I personally would appreciate your prayers for policemen. I have a son, a daughter-in-law, and a nephew who are all in law enforcement. And firemen. We have a great friend who's a fireman. Those people who are out in dangerous activities every day, they need our prayers for their safety and their guidance and their help. And we also need to pray for the grocery workers and the postal workers and the truckers, and it goes on, all the essential workers right now, and for people who are beginning to open those businesses that have been closed. And, we also need to remember to pray for our leaders. They're out there making the decisions for our future, and we want God to be in those decisions that they make. So pray for them, pray for their guidance, and pray for our church. Our church has worked so hard to keep us all together during this difficult time, and to spread the gospel of Jesus Christ in the community, and pray for their wisdom as they go forward, as things begin to open up. Pray for our church and all our churches. There is a verse, James 5:16, that says, "The prayer of a righteous person is powerful and effective." So right now there's a lot to be prayed for, and we have some time. Let's make it count. With all my heart, I believe in the power of prayer. I have seen God work and use his power so many, many times in answer to prayer. Someone gave me this phrase some time ago, and I've shared it with many, and I want to share it with you now. It was pray the power, not the problem. You know, God is more powerful than any problem we will ever encounter. So pray the power, not the problem. Just remember this, that you and God make up the most powerful force in the universe. And don't you think it would be so good if we use this free time that we have to pray for all of those who are in need? Isaiah 65:24 says, "Even before they call, I will answer. And while they are still speaking, I will hear." Isn't that a great promise? So let's spend this time that we have free in prayer, and then just stand back and watch and see what God can do because we prayed.